Hey everyone, Haz here, back again with another war video. This one's going to be war number 3 and 4. This time we're bringing Vox to war, which is really nice, my other rank 3 Clarity champ, which is really good. We've got a few fights today, only 4 for war 3 and I think 5 for war 4. Just activating some cosmic boosts here for Vox. We're on path 3 in section 1, so Vox is pretty good for path 3 because of all his immunities. We've also got Titania, who's rank 2, and Omega Sentinel, that's rank 2 as well. So up against Venom here first. The only node to really worry about is Opportunist, where he gains attack for every buff on him. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest, just because as long as we don't eat a combo to the face, we shouldn't take too much damage anyway. Vox has decent block efficiency or decent health, so any damage we take, it's not going to affect us too much unless we take a couple of combos and get a few bleeds. So yeah, not too bad. But yeah, the aim of the game here is just to get special 2, drop it, and then win pretty much. Well, I guess I dropped special 1. My plan in the notes was to drop special 2 just because that is just a bit more damage, that way you can build up a few more of your buffs, but I guess I saw it was going down quick, so I just decided to go special 1 here. Yeah, I mean, I've got a rank 3 Vox, he's SIG-40, and I've also got a rank 3 Thor Relic on as well, so he's a pretty big damage dealer. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if most of these fights that I do with Vox, are down in like 2 special 1s. Going up here against this Spidey Supreme, we've got Titania. These nodes are basically useless because Spidey Supreme doesn't gain any armor ups, and Titania is buff immune, so she counters Spidey Supreme's astral form really well. So here in the notes I put that I was going to go to special 3, but to be honest, you don't even need to, because Spidey's health pool is so small, you can pretty much go for a special 2 and wipe him out that way. You can see even just from combos here, he's already down to like halfway. I'm just going to finish with a special 2 and he's pretty much done. Yeah, so that was a pretty easy fight. I think that's my only Titania fight, so yeah, it's still nice to bring her out to war though, every now and then. Next up here, we're on path 6. Got this Omega Sentinel here, going to be using Vox, of course. Omega Sentinel is a really interesting tactic attacker because even if your auto block fails with Omega Sentinel, you can still apply Incinerate. So it's one thing to kind of be mindful of, but Vox will destroy her so fast. As long as we're managing armors to some degree, we're really not going to have to worry about it at all. The only node that I was kind of worried about for this fight actually was the prowess. It's a 200% prowess, so you take a special to the face, it's going to hurt a lot. So I think I might have chucked an invuln on, I didn't quite see, maybe I didn't, but yeah, I was kind of confident that the block damage was going to be, a little bit high, but if we get it down quick, it shouldn't really matter too much. So you can see here, even just from one special 2, she's already almost down to half, and the degens are ticking now, and they're going to be ticking for pretty hard once they get close to expiry. So you can see here, they're nearly 10k damage every tick, and then here she goes down. So really nice fight. Didn't end up taking much block damage just because of how high Vox's damage is. Kind of get himself out of fights quite quickly. Up here we got this Domino. The nodes don't really matter for this either, to be honest. It's just Domino with energy resist. So against Domino, normally I go special 3 rotation. The reason why is because in Lucky, she can evade you with combo enders, so it's kind of hard to pause your debuffs. So going special 3 just means you get a guaranteed 6 plasmas, and then you can keep those paused fairly easily even if she does trigger Lucky, just because plasmas have a decent duration and she's not lucky for the whole fight. It's mainly just like upkeep of debuffs that I find tricky, like the non-damaging debuffs, so special 3 just allows you to kind of bypass that essentially. Being at one more special here just to be extra safe. Gonna go for another pause here. Oh, never mind. Okay, well I guess I do, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to build up debuffs anyway, but I didn't want to have the kind of the thought in the back of my mind that my damage is going to go down if I don't keep them up. It was mainly just like, if I can keep them up, cool. If I can't, whatever. So I like that part of going special 3. It's like you don't need to keep up debuffs to deal good damage. You still get 6 plasmas either way. So yeah, kind of just that thought of not being concerned with the duration or pause or anything like that is quite nice. and she goes down with the plasmas, so that's really nice. But yeah, in like prowess matchups, or if it's like a really short fight, I'll go special 2, and that'll rinse her pretty quick. But that's going to be War 3. Moving on to War 4, back to Chee'ilth now, which is really nice. We're on path 1 again, I believe. Yeah, Chee'ilth is really good, this tactic. Yeah, she got a lot of good things going for her, as I said in the last video. But the main thing is just her damage, really. Like, that's really where it's at with Chee'ilth. You know, we can talk for days about all her utility and how versatile she is, but she also just has really good damage as well. So yeah, chucking on some boosts here. Got skill power boost, that's mainly for a later fight. Negative up first here, nothing to be concerned about really. It's just like 5-hit combo, special 1 essentially. We've got Surfer again on the team for the buff immunity for Hulk, but we're not going to be using Surfer. I think we have one Hulk fight, but yeah, it's mainly just Chee'ilth fights for this war. Yeah, you can see here, even if he does auto block us, it's not really that big of a deal, because if he does parry us, we can just cleanse it, and then, you know, nothing happens really. But we're just kind of trying to build clarity at the moment, just so we can go crazy on the hits and damage. You can see he's already past halfway. It's only been just less than 30 seconds. Go for a heavy here, inflict a few more bleeds. But 1 special 2, and he's done. So yeah, quick fight, safe fight, which is what you want in war. Moving on here, got this Doom. I spent a lot of time thinking about this fight because it is a masochism Doom, and so I was kind of thinking I have a couple spare spots. You know, I don't have to bring Surfer because this is my only Hulk fight, so I could bring like any science champ as a 3rd slot instead of Surfer, but I just said, you know what, let's just bring Hulk with buff immunity, it should be fine. And you'll see how it goes, but yeah, this fight's not too bad as long as you don't inflict too many debuffs and make him unblockable too much. Yeah, it's fine. I put an in-one for this fight just in case, and I think I'm going to eat it in the first special 1. Yeah, I don't know what happened, just a bit slow on the decks, or I don't know, but I don't think we miss another one. Maybe we miss one more towards the end, but for the most part we're going to be dexing all of them. And like, as I saw him regening more and more, you know, the buff immunity does trigger a physical vulnerability, so it triggers the regen. And I knew that going in, but I didn't think the regen would be too big of a deal. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a debuff on him than have a chance to get a shock on me without the buff immunity, so I figured that was good. I don't want to go special 2 either because he's got his aura up, and also the crit resist, just, you know, I'd rather go special 3. Yeah, so here, he's still at 90%. I'm not like worried, it's just more like a bit annoying that I haven't made any progress yet. But now we've got big physical vulnerabilities on. I made sure masochism was down. Messed up another special 1 because I'm an idiot. But then now we've got big damage. We're gonna go in and just finish him off now. Gonna bet 1 more special 1. Go back in, and he's done. I didn't go for special 1 just in case it didn't kill, because then he'd retaliate. But yeah, all done. So not too bad, aside from me playing like a fool for a little bit. It's all fine. Now back to Chee'ilth, more Chee'ilth fights here. We're going on part 7, I believe. Oh no, actually no, we're on part 9, sorry. Part 9 here. We got this Void up first. This is not the fight I was worried about at all. You can see my stat focus is energy resist. That's mainly for the next fight, for the Maw fight. I was a little worried about that. But for this Void fight, really simple, special 2s. That's basically it. As you guys probably know a lot by now, Chee'ilth's cleanse means that she can counter both hazard shift and also Void's intimidating presence debuffs, so there isn't really much of a worry in this fight. As long as you're semi-managing combo and you're not getting smacked in the face a bunch, like, not much can go really wrong here. You know, I guess maybe if you get push special 3 or something, then potentially, but to be honest with you, like, she's so good for part 9, between the cleanse and tranquilize. Yeah, like, it's totally fine. So going for a special 2 here. Nice to get that tranquilize up. Now he's just going to be melting with the bleeds. Then just going to go another combo into striker, followed by a special 2 to finish off. Pretty simple stuff. So yeah, that fight was quick. Only 5% health loss, which is pretty nice. I think I expected to lose a little more if I got unlucky with any of the Hazard Shift RNG, just because it avoids interaction with debuffs, but that was fine. I really like bringing the Hulk synergy. I've talked to my officer a lot about it, and even though technically you don't need the Hulk synergy, like you don't really need it for any of the fights that I'm doing today or in most of the wars. There are a couple of fights where you do need it, but for the most part you don't really need it. It's mainly just kind of really nice to have if you can fit it in. It just means that no matter what happens, it's just like an extra insurance policy to make sure you're not taking unnecessary damage. So it's really good for safety, and I'm all about safety this season, so I did ask to make sure if I could fit in Hulk for most wars if I can. So here I got this more. I was a little worried about this just because I wasn't sure how much damage DGen was going to do, and I wasn't sure whose AI was going to cooperate enough. So the plan here is just to heavy counter more because it's one I open. The reason this is so good for Chee'ilth though, like in hindsight, is that you can really consistently counter his heavy attack, which not many champs can do. So it's just like one light followed by a heavy. You can keep your bleeds paused and inflict more bleeds and get good openings, so it's really nice, especially because we can't parry in this fight. Other than that, I'm just making sure he doesn't throw 2 special ones in a row. That way, you know, get degen, ideally. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole fight. So I was worrying for nothing really. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today. Thanks for watching.